Hello friends, welcome back to another session for my financial predictions. Today is the 7th of April, so we'll cover the NVIDIA and the Forex prediction. It's only a few days for NVIDIA, so it might be a short review right here, but it's quite important because I told you these days we're going to be extremely volatile. Okay, they are in yellow for a reason. Yellow always means either volatility or range. You can see the 4th of April was very volatile, but also in range for most of the day. You can see the 7th was way more volatile. In fact, it's the most volatile day so far. So it begins completely down because of all the fears about the Black Monday. You guys know the Trump tariffs yesterday, and in several other prior days, we saw many fear-mongering news about the Trump administration, about the global economy. So many people were expecting a very red Monday today, which was not the case. It ended up recovering. I think many or most markets ended up closing green, so we avoided that scenario. There was actually someone asking me on my Twitter account what I thought of that situation, and I just told him that it will be extremely hard to see a red Monday. There were other factors into play, but yeah, we got a volatile day today, recovering just barely. I mean, this is not even back to the position that we lost on the last week. So it's still a very minor recovery, but nonetheless, we avoided a massive crash today, which was the most important outcome. So yeah, the next days are going to be kind of hard to decide, kind of hard to read. I will actually avoid trading these days because I have no clear idea what's going to happen. For example, we have also in yellow the 8 and 9. So that means one of these days, possibly both of them, could be in range. This yellow box right here, it signifies more volatility than range. So because we already saw a massive volatile day today, and because there's also the potential of seeing another one on the 11, I'm thinking that the next couple days will actually be more in range. They will actually be more relaxed. We could still see some more volatility before we hit the 11th of April, basically before Friday. But in my opinion, it's going to be kind of hard to actually see that, especially in a consecutive fashion. So most likely tomorrow is going to be a very relaxed and very boring day at the same time. That's basically the outlook for NVIDIA. Around the 10 to the 11, we can see solid green uptrends. So one of these days could go green, especially I hope that also Friday goes green. Mostly Friday, because if Friday closes on the red, it's going to be basically another lost week for NVIDIA, another wasted opportunity to try to recover. And because I don't really have the month predictions for NVIDIA, I really can't tell you with certainty that's going to be a red or a green month for April. I guess we'll see around the 3rd week of April, around the 14th to the 15th, all of these days. If things go, if we can recover strong enough, it could actually pull off a green April. But if not, it's possibly assured that it was going to be a red month. So that's the case for NVIDIA. Now let's take a look at the Forex predictions. We're covering the Swiss franc against the dollar, and this is my first time ever covering this Forex pair. I'm still quite impressed by all the volatility that I have been seeing. This is completely insane in my opinion. You can see the price was actually mostly in range for most of the other days in the past in March. You can see right here, it was basically very boring. Yeah, there was some volatility here and there, but it's nothing really special. Always very, it was very normal to me. But this massive jump right here on the 2nd of April, and the days after that, I mean, continuous non-stop volatility. This is completely insane in my opinion. This actually looks like a Bitcoin chart, like a cryptocurrency chart, and it's actually a Forex pair, so it's amazing. This is my first time that I have ever seen this. If you have more experience doing Forex trading, especially this the Swiss franc, kindly tell me in the comments if this is normal, if you have also seen this before. Maybe it's this particular Forex pair that it's for some reason extremely volatile, way more than others. But yeah, essentially it's something that I have never seen. So because of this extremely crazy graphic of the chart, it's going to be kind of annoying for me. I have to zoom in, zoom out constantly to show you what I mean with this information. So we already covered many of the days of the previous week. I told you in my last video about that information. So we'll just cover starting from the 6th of April and extending to the next couple of days to see what's going to look for this Forex pair. So we had the potential of seeing a red 6 or 7. The 7th of April was going to be very volatile, and there was also this yellow box right here, which is covering a range of days from the 6th to the 8th of April. So we're going to see massive volatility around these days. Now let's take a look at the chart to see what ended up happening. So we have that the 6th of April was also volatile, a volatile day. You can see it starts right here, goes up almost 90%, goes down around 90% as well, and goes up again, recovers I think around here. Yeah, that's around the almost the peak, but yeah, not so much. It was a green day technically, but we saw massive some opportunities for shorting right here. So there were longing and short opportunities in the single day. I mean, these were not minor opportunities. These were actually quite decent, very big compared to traditional Forex pairs, which is my experience covering the other, for example, like the British pound or the euro and the Japanese yen. I have never covered the Swiss franc, and it's showing really with it's very easily the most volatile Forex pair that I have ever covered. So that was the case for the 6th of April. Now the 7th of April was also very volatile. You can see that it starts around here, goes to a peak around 70% almost, and then it drops drastically, very hard to the lowest position. It's actually almost 2.5%. This is quite massive. Again, I have never seen this amount of volatility, these massive movements in a Forex pair. This is completely new to me, and I told you it's going to be a very volatile day on the 7th of April because of this pattern right here. Oops. Yeah, I don't know what's happening to this chart. It's very annoying. So yeah, around the 7th of April, I told you this pattern right here, when we have the same day sharing a single day. I mean, a single day shared by opposite energies, the green and the red. It's always a guarantee for massive volatility. So we already saw an extremely volatile day. In fact, all of these days so far in this week have been very volatile, but there's still a potential of seeing another one maybe tomorrow, because that's the 8th of April. That's the yellow circle right here, and that's where this yellow box also ends, the range of days. So it's possibly going to be a volatile day, possibly trending upwards. And the next days around the 9 to the 10, especially if we got a really nice pump tomorrow, we can see 2 or maybe even 3 consecutive green days. So that could be really good for this Forex pair, for the Swiss franc, because it can recover, it can go up consecutively in 2 days at least, and it could go drastically, well, according to this volatility, I really wouldn't be surprised if it goes drastically higher than this. Like, I don't know, you guys, what do you want to see? Like 1%, 2%, something like this. It could happen, guys. So yeah, basically that's the outlook for this Forex pair. The only real danger, in my opinion, could happen around the 13th to the 15th of March. So especially we could see a very bad couple days, starting from the 11th and extending all the way to the 13th. And if things go really bad, it can extend even further to the 14th and 15th of April. So yeah, it's going to be kind of difficult to see the Swiss franc hold such a high position after this peak. It will go drastically down. It will take a massive hit around these days. So be prepared. Again, don't get too much leverage, because just looking at these massive volatile movements, it's going to be very easy to liquidate some people. So yeah, take some precautions doing trading, especially around this Forex pair. I have never done this before, and it's surprising me very. It's a really dramatic surprise to me. So yeah, having said that, guys, I wish you a good day. I invite you all to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.